Hi, everybody. My name's Liz MacRae, and this is my co-host.
Eamonn.
And we are tuning in for another episode of the 7-Minute Takeover, where we chat all things acquisitions. And today we have a bit of a demo here for you today of some of the Village Wellth's new tooling. So if you are in the car or listening on a dog walk, maybe you can rewatch where you can see the visual today, but we'll be walking through what the tooling looks like and what it can do today. So I'm gonna start by sharing my screen and we'll jump in.
And while she's setting that up, this is the tool that I'm using in my advisory practice with some of our clients. It's
All right. So we have the deal dashboard is what you can see here right now. And this is where if I'm receiving deals from brokers or I'm finding them on the Village Wellth marketplace or other marketplaces, any deals that I'm looking at from whether it be a business owner directly or a business broker, an M&A firm, I can store and keep all of my deals on this dashboard in one nice clean location. I can also tag the stage that I'm at on this deal. So if I'm just connecting with the seller on it, if I'm actively evaluating it, I can flag it for myself so I know which deals I'm a little bit further along with. If I'm under offer with one, I can flag it as being at that stage with them. And it's a really nice dashboard where you can stay in touch with your activity and also share. So you can invite members of your team that you're working together with, and you can share the same dashboard that you have with them. So I'm going to start by adding a new deal. Okay, when you click upload, and you can see now that I can pull a file from my computer or I can drag and drop. So I'm going to go to my files here and I'm going to drag and drop this manufacturing company here. I'm going to click upload and the AI extractor will start to load this deal. It does take a few moments. So in the meantime, we're going to jump over to Eamonn and he can walk us through this deal.
awesome. Thanks. And yeah, because Liz has made me part of her deal team, I can actually see the deals that she's uploaded, and I can create scenarios and see the analysis created. So when you first load a deal, you've got the deal overview, which we'll get to in a second. But the first thing that the AI does is a little bit of an initial deal analysis. So it can summarize the information that you find in the sim. Also, it will create a SWOT analysis. So give you an initial view of what the strengths and weaknesses, opportunities and threats of this business and more generally of the industry are. So we're going to jump to the deal structure calculator. My favorite part, the numbers. So again, what the AI is going to start by doing is taking all of the financial figures that it finds in the sim and uploading it into our cash flow normalization. So all of these numbers that have a little AI box beside them have been scraped by the AI tool into the calculator. So no need for you to do that. You can check the numbers and make sure you agree by hovering over this AI box where it will state, okay, this income tax number for 2022 came from the P&L statement. And if there are any explanations like this non-recurring expense, it's got all of the different numbers it's added together to get to this 66,454. We get down to the bottom and it will have provided a simple average of the 4 years of results. In our case, we've constructed a slightly more custom time-weighted average, which gives a little bit more weight to the more recent years. And we can hit Save Changes. Once you're done that, it'll take you to the calculator. Now, this is the guts of the model. This is what I used to have in my spreadsheet, and that we continue to add to as we build out functionality. So here you can name the scenario, add a purchase price. You see it's already pulled in the EBITDA and the seller's discretionary earnings. from the financial model. You set a few other numbers. Going to need more than 100,000 or 10,000 in salary. Now, for this scenario, we've assumed that the buyer has access to about $400,000 to put into the business. And so we've assumed a few different structures, including different loan amounts. You can include preferred shares, seller financing and the terms, and there's also space for an earnout, which we'll get to in another scenario. And once you're done adding the scenario, you can hit Save Changes, and you get to our deal structure result. So unfortunately, with this deal, we're paying a slightly higher EBITDA multiple at that asking price of 2.3 million. You can see that the model's indicating that all of the credit ratios are a bit weak, debt service coverage being less than 1.25, and the debt to equity and debt to EBITDA being over 4.
This doesn't look like a deal we'd want to be doing today, Eamonn. But that's what the tool is designed for, is to show when the numbers just aren't working for you. So this is interesting.
Yeah, and if you want to get into exactly where the numbers are coming from, we've got the table provided below that you can dig into. So we've had to do a few other scenarios to try and find one that might work. So
yeah, show me a way that we can make this deal work.
Okay, well, thankfully I've been able to set a few scenarios here in our saved scenarios. So I'm just going to go through and select a few that may work a little bit better than that last one did. So in this scenario, we've added a VTB and an earnout, and you can see I may not be able to hit that $2.3 million purchase price. So I've seen what the deal looks like at $2 million. We've also got, we'll add that initial case that we had in there.
So wait, just for those watching and listening along, Eamonn. So you have gone into the calculator and input multiple scenarios. So, and you've saved different versions of your model so that you can compare them. And that's what you're showing right here, correct?
Yeah, in the results, you'll get more details, but this allows you to do a little bit more side-by-side comparison. Maybe you're thinking of increasing the purchase price that you're offering. Maybe you're just trying to find a deal that works best from a lender's perspective, but also gives you a nice return. And so this is just a way to compare different scenarios that way.
Awesome.
And we'll take an even lower purchase price and compare these three scenarios. So without showing you all of the inputs from the calculator, what we can arrive at here is which of these deals you may be most likely, A, to want to do as a buyer, and B, be able to transact with financial partners such as lenders. So in this case, we've got a 2 million, a 2.3 million, which was the ask, and an even lower one, a $1.7 million purchase price. Again, the EBITDA is the same across, so you can see that the EBITDA multiple has changed. You can see how much the seller's getting on close. Hey, even though this is a $1.7 million purchase price, you're still getting $1.5 million up front as the seller, which may be what they're trying to optimize. And you can see the buyer's cash. Oh, I exceeded my budget a little bit. I may have to go call grandma to see if there's any of that estate still left for me to tap into. And then you can get down here to the return on equity. And so that's going to be really important as a buyer. Like, yes, you may be able to get a deal done, but am I going to make any money doing it? And it looks like actually, even though the purchase price is higher on this $2 million one, it's got the highest return on equity out of all the structures. You get your debt service coverage and your debt to EBITDA ratios. Anything above 1.25 is probably doable. So it looks like scenario 1 and 3 are doable from a lending perspective. So that's great. So maybe we want to lean more towards this VTB and earnout scenario that I've built here when we create an offer. And here's just a few more key financial metric comparisons. So I'll close that and just finish with the deal overview where we provide the process and all the to-dos at each of the stages of this deal.
Amazing. I love using the tool when there's been an offer come back in as well, and our buyers are trying to evaluate how they're going to counter back to the seller, and they're saving scenarios between what their assumptions are and how the seller is countering with them. So really interesting to use it that way as well. What Eamon's showing here are on the left, frequently asked questions that can be helpful. On the right, we've started to populate some video modules that you can watch in your learning as you're elevating your knowledge in acquisition. So there's recordings on affordability and buyer's equity and understanding earnings and adjustments, all sorts of fun videos to help you guys move along and learn more about the buying process. So that's our tool demo today. We hope that was helpful and handy to all of you watching, and our team is always available to answer questions. But what we demonstrated here today is available in the premium membership subscription at Village Wellth. So if you have questions and want to chat, we're always available, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, Eamonn.
See you next time. All right, that was about 10 minutes, I think.